Corrupted Gauntlet serves as a major milestone in a majority of accounts, with many people rushing it to get their hands on an enhanced crystal weapon seed to skyrocket their progression in the game. This was also recently changed with the summer sweep up of 2026 to change the prep methods, so let's get into it. For the requirements, you must have completed the Song of the Elves quest to even access Prif to get to the gauntlet, then you must complete a normal gauntlet to be able to do the corrupted version. You won't need anything as far as equipment, inventory, or gear. You prep everything inside the gauntlet. As far as getting there, the area is located on the northwestern part of Prif, so you can either use a teleport crystal to Prifidenis and run northwest, or use the home teleport and run north. For this video, I'm going to talk about everything in a quick guide fashion, but then also show a live tier 3 run right after the mechanic breakdown. The gauntlet is broken down into two phases, the prep phase and then the fight. You get 7.5 minutes to prep weapons, armor, food, and potions to fight the corrupted Hunllef. The weapons and armor are broken down into 3 tiers. For weapons, to create a tier 1, you just need a weapon frame, tier 2 requires 50 crystal shards, and tier 3 requires the respective piece from a demi-boss. The ranged dark beast drops the ranged tier 3 upgrade, the dragon drops the mage tier 3 upgrade, and the bear drops the melee tier 3 upgrade. For armor, tier 1 requires 3 of each resource found, and 50 crystal shards per piece for a total of 150 crystal shards for tier 1. Tier 2 requires 7 of each resource, 100 crystal shards for the body, and 50 each for the legs and helm, for a total of 350 crystal shards to complete tier 2. And then lastly, tier 3 requires 13 of each resource, and 100 crystal shards per piece, totaling 650 crystal shards to complete tier 3. The higher the tier of the armor, the less damage you take from all of Hunllef's attacks, as well as slight increases in your attack bonuses, with tier 3 often seen as mandatory for hardcore status accounts. The 3 resources are ore, bark, and linum, which can be found from the crystal deposits, the trees, and then the plants respectively. We're going to be gathering these during our run around while trying to get the tier 3 upgrades. While you are also running around, you will find fishing spots to be able to fish food to cook. You'll also see grim roots that allow us to grab the leaves off of for the potion, which restores prayer, run energy, and acts as a stamina potion. To make the potion, you will need to craft a vial that costs 10 crystal shards, fill it with water at a fishing hole or at the pump in the starting room, add a clean grim leaf, and crushed up crystal shards to create the potion. You will notice that there will be 2 tiers of monsters while you are running around, with the first tier being the spiders, rats, and bats. The first one of these you kill will give you a weapon frame. The other ones will be unicorns, scorpions, or wolves. These are kind of the tier 2 monsters. You will only kill these for crystal shards after you have your tier 2 weapon while you're running around. As far as optimal pathing, we're still going to use the C method, but we're going to do it in a giant C method to find demi-bosses and resources. So what we're going to do is we're first going to search the rooms directly next to the starting room for the small monsters. We're going to go kill one and grab resources that we find in that room, and once you get your weapon frame from the first one, go back and craft the tier 2 staff in 2 to 3 vials if you can. From here, we're going to start our giant C shape and kill demi-bosses as we see them. If you find yourself hunting demi-bosses, run the C shape along the outside where the demi-bosses can spawn. If you're hunting resources, make sure to look in the inner areas that demi-bosses cannot spawn in. If the new summer sweep up changes, you should be able to get all the resources and fish in this one trip. Once you've gotten your desired resources, fish, grim leaves, weapon upgrades, and crystal shards, use your teleport crystal and make your armor and weapons at the singing bowl. Fill your water vials at the pump, add the leaves and crushed up crystal shards to make your potions, and then cook your fish. It is now the time to take on Hunllef. I try to wait until Hunllef is not directly in the middle of his lair, as this makes dodging tornadoes later much more convenient. If you are tight on time, just go ahead and enter. We are going to start the fight by protecting from missiles, as Hunllef always starts with a ranged attack. Keep in mind that Hunllef also has overheads, so don't start the fight with what he is protecting against. Every 4 attacks, Hunllef will do a tail swipe animation, and he will swap attack styles. He only attacks in range or mage, so he just cycles between the 2. If you step under Hunllef, he will do a stomp attack. This does not count as one of his 4 attacks, and those hurt quite a bit. There is a method to stepping under him to move him to a different spot in the lair, but it's not worth covering here. During Hunllef's mage attack style, he can send out a purple fireball. This turns your prayer off. You will want to turn it back on immediately, and remember, he does this during mage, so turning protect from mage back on is a great baseline. Occasionally, he will do this and swap to range, but you will also see that swipe animation where he swaps styles, so you have plenty of time to react. The next thing I want to talk about are the red and orange tiles. During the fight, there will be a rotating pattern of squares that first turn red and then turn orange. Just don't step on these, or if they are red underneath your feet, move off of them before they turn orange. This pattern of squares can change formations based off his health pool, with the last third being the hardest of the patterns. The last mechanic to talk about are the tornadoes. Occasionally, Hunllef will slam the ground, causing tornadoes to spawn. These tornadoes move fairly quickly around the area, and if they hit you, they do a lot of damage quickly. So it's best to focus on avoiding them and eating rather than damaging Hunllef. You'll also want to focus on your prayer during this, as Hunllef can and most likely will change attack styles during the tornadoes. Focus on staying alive here at first. It is a good time to eat back to full. I always like to make sure I'm moving 2 tiles at a time. This gets more difficult as the fight does go on, because as Hunllef's health drops, he summons more tornadoes, and then you also have to deal with the increased difficulty of the red and orange tile patterns throughout the fight. My tip for the last third is to learn to run in long straight lines as long as Hunllef is not in the middle. Hunllef in the middle makes running much more difficult. And that is it. That's all you need to know about taking on the Corrupted Gauntlet. I will now do a live tier 3 prep and kill so you can see it firsthand. As for the other preps, they are much more simple and can be done typically much quicker than tier 3. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Alright guys, Live Deso here. We're going to go ahead and enter the Corrupted Gauntlet and do a full live tier 3 prep run. We're going to search for this room exactly right here. If it's not right here at the beginning, it's in one of these starting 3 rooms, because what we're hunting for is this weapon frame. So we're going to grab these resources while we're here. Grab this weapon frame. We're going to go grab this linum. Really what I want is a weapon frame and at least 80 corrupted shards. I'm not going to worry about killing that rat now, because I'm going to have plenty to make my vials as well as the tier 2 weapon that I need. So we're going to go ahead and get this, and then we're going to go make our weapon. Not waste too much prayer. I'm going to make the mage weapon. I think it's best. And then we'll make 3 vials. And then we'll equip our staff and start making our run. Now, first thing I'm going to do is gather all the resources that I see. I'm not really going to care about these small mobs other than the fact that they are absolutely chunking me. And what I'm going to do, once this is finished, I'm going to fill my vials with water. And now I don't have to worry about doing that when I go back to the base. So we're going to keep going here. Some more fish. I'll probably just get 1 more of these. Go get this other one. Turn off my prayer because that bat's not going to get me. Don't want to waste stuff. And alright, so for me personally, that's enough fish. If you need more, you can always get more. So we've each reached a end room and no demi-boss. So we're going to go over here. We're just going to keep going the outsides because now I kind of want to chase demi-bosses. I don't want this unicorn to hit me. Okay. We'll have all of our linum after this room. So we won't really care about linum anymore. And I'm going to go to the outside over here. Go ahead and combine the leaf we do have and crush some shards, and we got a dragon. Pray for mage. Light this up. Pray for mage. So now I kind of have an idea of what I want to do in this room. I'm going to turn my volume down a little bit. I will lazy flick defensive prayers. And that's the dragon down. We're going to grab this orb and the weapon frame. It's the only other weapon frame that we need. I'm going to go ahead and add those there. We're going to light up at this room over here because we still do need some resources as well. No resources in there for us. We'll go into the other demi-boss room. No demi-boss here. Only linum again. Protect from melee so I don't get absolutely pieced up. Ooh, we need these roots. Now, one of the awkward things about this update, and it's probably just a bug for the sake of this video, I'm going to have to drop the paddlefish, because if your inventory is full, the resources will not stack. Again, that's probably a bug that will be fixed relatively quick after this video is released. So we're going to go get these barks. We only need 4 more after this, and we still need a lot of ore. Roughly 4 more ore nodes. So this is all of our bark. This scorpion is absolutely annoying the fire out of me, but it's okay. Light this up. And we got a dark beast. That's good. So now, the only thing we're going to be searching for is ore and grim leaves. Because we'll have the orb and we'll have the bowstring from the dark beast. And I'll be pretty happy. So we got our bowstring, alright. We don't need our axe anymore, so we'll drop it since we got all the bark we need. There's our beginning room. More linum. I'm actually going to stay on these inner circles because I'm only looking for resources. I don't really care to get demi-bosses anymore. Go ahead and mine. It is really nice now that they made the shards go straight into your bag when killing things. We may need a little bit more shards, just depends. Alright, 9 ore. We're going to need 1 more deposit. And I'm going to take both of these grim leaves right here. As you can see, we're almost done already with our prep. That's how these new summer sweep up changes have really just changed the game for this tier 3 setup. I never did tier 3 prior to this update. Never. And look at there. We were able to utilize so much time here. The way that the new demi-bosses spawn is so helpful. We'll go ahead and use our teleport crystal. We could probably just go ahead and get some more fish just for the sake of having full inventory of fish, just to show you that, but I will not need it for this kill. So we are going to need some more shards, as you can see here. So we'll go actually do that here. I didn't get enough shards, which is kind of unlucky, but it's okay. Because this scorpion had been terrorizing us the entire time, we will just go ahead and take him out. We need 100 shards to go from this tier 2 to tier 3. And we also need, we'll go ahead and grab that as well. It's going to help. I think we need another 100 to be able to craft the weapons. So you can see I got kind of unlucky here and I'm having to go back out here most of the time. I don't have to do this anymore. It's actually good to show that for this video, just to show you all the extra time that we're going to have here. Okay. So that should be good. So let's go over here. We still have 1 minute, 15 seconds, and we've been unlucky. So now we got full tier 3 armor, both tier 3 weapons. Go ahead and equip those. We'll drop all the stuff that I don't need. Now, we've got plenty of fish. We probably only need to do 2 potions. I'll be able to do this off of this amount of fish. If you need more fish, just go out and find the fishing spots and bring them back and cook them. Alright, he's in a decent spot as is, so we'll go ahead and go in here, praying ranged, and get ready to count the attacks. It's 2, stay away from the red floor. You can kind of turn your brain off and watch for this, but you'll eventually start to learn a pattern. Switch our weapons, because now he's protecting from mage. Protect from mage back on with our offensive prayer. And he'll be changing to his attack type here. Tornadoes will be coming soon. You just kind of get a feel for things on when he's going to do this. We'll go ahead and change to our mage weapon. I'm more comfortable here, so I'm going to just focus on damaging, change my prayer, click quickly, just running around these outsides, and we're good here. Change to protect from magic, so we're protecting from range, because he did that swap right after. That's like tricky, sometimes I can hit like during tornadoes, and it's kind of tough. More tornadoes, run this way. Oh, we're going to take some damage here, because I didn't change fast enough, and I also need to change my weapon. So we're going to take the time, just to slow down, and heal up. Go back to attacking, swap our prayer, move. And we're back in a really good spot here. Already a third of his HP gone, we've barely had to eat. Kind of sitting pretty here. Swap our weapon, and more tornadoes. 1, 2, 3, we'll do this. Back to mage, he didn't swap his attack styles after, but he did now. And we're just running. We're Forrest Gump. We like to run. Not piety. Draw on augury. Pray for magic. magic again. You see how these floors kind of right now are not even an issue, but once we get here soon, do about another 100 more damage or so, the floors are going to be quite the pain. I'm kind of low, so I'm going to take the time to eat. Get back up to 90. He's probably going to swap here, yep. Now we need to go back to where we came from because of the tiles. Oh, we need to switch to our magic weapon. It's perfectly fine. Check for him up missiles because he swapped attack styles afterwards. Alright, we're going to be moving into the last phase, so this is where the floor is really not going to be nice. Tornadoes are not going to be nice. It's going to be fun. Protect for mage. Here it goes. Here's tornadoes. We're going to go back here. Focus on just living here. Protect from missiles. He swapped. See, those do a lot of damage, but we're okay because we're still moving. Run long distances. We're okay. We'll go back to damaging here. Protect for magic. Augury. Ideally, he'd be one more row of tiles back from me right now. Would make this a little bit more cozy. I'm gonna go ahead and eat. Had to fill in. And we're just gonna focus on living here. We're gonna heal. It's fine. He's gonna switch. It's fine. Alright, now we go back to damaging. Protect for magic. It's cool. I don't like where I'm at. I don't have much room right here. So I want to make my way over here. Protect for missiles. Switch to our mage weapon. Protect for magic. He's actually being humble. No tornadoes. Oh, here they are. Again, he's almost dead. Goal is to just not die. Protect from missiles. It's okay. I can kill him, but just showing you, just live. Just live. Now we take it easy. And congratulations, you have got your Corrupted Gauntlet cape. And let's see, do we get the enhanced weapon seed? Never. Lucky. Alright, see you in the next one.